Let us talk about something very interesting today. It's about content creation. Everybody wants to be a content creator. You ask them what is content creation, they still don't have even a definition or what content creation. They just think that content creation is simply having a TikTok account with a smartphone and then standing in front of it, pressing record, and then starting to dance and saying, I'm a content creator. Does that really qualify you to be a content creator? Well, in this video, I'm going to take you through some basics so that you can be able to prepare yourself. If you wanted to be a content creator, you need to actually know these few facts about content creation before you even start your journey into content creation. Everything you see around you is media. Everything you see around you is media, starting from your mobile phone. Anything that you see on that phone is media content. What you see on TV, it's media content. Advertisements and billboards on the streets is media content. They are trying to disseminate certain information, either creating awareness through campaigns on billboards, or they're just sending a message for you to buy some products for them, or they're there to entertain you and also inform you or educate you. That is media. But when it comes to media content creation, what distinguishes that and makes it even more unique is the story element. If you are able to be a proper storyteller, then you have the skills of actually being a good media content creator. The easiest way that technology has made it available to us is video content creation, whereby you have TikTok accounts, and with smartphones, you have access to actually record yourself with high definition video, and then you can be able to upload online. And thousands, if not millions of people are able to actually visit your account and see whatever you're posting, right? But we have other categories of media, like the traditional ones, which is like website content, blogging. People like blogging. People who like to write a lot, they will take their time to tell the stories through blogs. And people who like reading, they will actually subscribe to those blog posts and read updates. Just the same way you go to subscribe to a YouTube channel and keep on following the video that they're uploading. Blogs are there to actually communicate certain information, insights about lifestyles, about trending topics, about different other things. That is also content creation, right? Another aspect is what we talked about, visuals. When you talk about billboards, people who are doing designs, they can communicate certain content using those billboards. They are trying to you have digital posts, like a social media account like Facebook. You can create digital social media posts in a graphic way to communicate certain information, just to create awareness or to entertain people or to maybe advertise certain products. That is also content creation. So content creation is not limited to only videos. It's actually very wide. And you need to understand that the core part of content creation is storytelling. So you need to be able to actually capture people through emotions. And the best way to tell good stories is by evoking emotions from your audience. People who are actually reading or watching the videos that you're telling them about, maybe it's about a certain historical event, but you are able to put the minds of people into the actual activities during that time. Historical, right? You cannot go back time physically, right? But you can take people's memories by simply bringing visuals, emotional events that people can be able to relate to, so that they can be able to feel that they are in that particular setting that you're talking about, right? If you want to talk about maybe a certain conflict that happened before, you want to expose both sides of the story, right? You have to tell this part and this other part, and it has to have a story element because you're communicating to people. People relate mostly to stories. Stories are, we are able to understand when we are communicated using stories. That's how we are able to remember the events that actually take place. That's why we are able to learn certain things easily and actually memorize them. It's because we use a tool called stories. The element of storytelling is essential when you're talking about media content creation. Why am I saying that storytelling is essential? Because you have other people who will create content, but the content is very dry. It doesn't have any story, any human feeling in it. It only has facts and information, and it's just so dry. It doesn't have any emotional attachment to it. When you read it, you just feel like it is like a formal content that has been written on ChatGPT without the human element in it, right? So you need to add that emotion to evoke the emotions of your audience so that you can be able to improve your skills in media content creation. And this is the challenge that most creators, especially people who want to start into content creation, face themselves so much. You've seen that most people who are thriving in content creation are either comedians because they are able to evoke emotions, right? Comedians are very good. When you look at people who are doing the skits, short stories, pranks, because they are able to make people to laugh so much, because that is essential. When you evoke people's emotion, whether it's happy or sad, then you are able to actually amass a number of people to follow you and eager to see what you're actually posting every now and then. But if you lack that element of storytelling that evokes the emotions in people, then you're actually lagging behind. And I suggest that you actually practice more in improving your skills in storytelling by relating facts with the human element so that people can be able to know that this is actually happening and this is very important for them to not miss out, right? So once you've grasped these essential parts of media content creation, like you know what media content creation is, it's not only limited to videography. It's not only limited to having a TikTok account. It's not limited to that. You can actually be a content creator in various other ways. If you're not a good communicator on camera, you can opt for writing, right? You can write blogs and have a posting website and then post your blogs there. People will actually subscribe to the blogs and be able to interact with them, read a lot, and then, because I believe there are people who are not good in camera, but they have sharp skills in writing. They can write stories that will shock you, right? So if you know that your potential is in writing, and then I suggest go to writing blogs, and then people will be able to read your blogs and be able to learn something new from your articles. Another thing is that if you are a designer, you can also come up with visual art that can be able to evoke emotions and also communicate a certain message. Storytelling is at the center of those kind of visuals that you're actually making. You see people who are doing the cartoons, caricatures, they draw certain figures, political figures, in a funny way to communicate certain messages which are satirical, right? The message is very serious, but you use satire to communicate it so that people can be able to laugh, but at the same time, they're learning something. If you've stayed with me until this particular time, it means you like this content. And if you like this content, then the next video is about how you can be able to plan creatively your content that will be able to improve your skills in content creation. So stay tuned, click on the next video so you can be able to learn something new in your journey in content creation.